Hi everyone, in this third session of Lesson 1 in our catch-up series, we turn our attention to the evaluation of Wundt's approach. So in the session, you'll explore our 3 points and the contributions of Wundt to psychology emerging as a science, applying also some of our earlier learning. Now we already know that Wundt kick-started the journey of psychology becoming a science, and we're already familiar with the timeline that you can see on the screen. So before we move on, let's see how your recall of Wundt's approach is. On the screen there's 4 points, but can you work out which is the odd one out? And also, can you work out why? So pause the video between each one to give yourself enough time to answer the question. And your time for the first one starts now. Hopefully you were able to spot some of those red herrings there, and well done indeed if you did. Now when you evaluate Wundt, try and include both strengths and limitations. So let's start with some limitations. Now one limitation is that the introspection method does not explain how the mind works. It simply relies on self-reported information from individuals, which is highly subjective and isn't compatible with our key features of science as discussed in earlier sessions. One limitation is that there's no opportunities to assess the reliability of Wundt's interpretations or the individual's self-reporting. And this is because they're reporting their own experiences, so there's no way to validate or dispute what the individuals are saying. Now, one strength is that this approach separated psychology from philosophy and paved the way for the subject to become more recognised as a science in its own right. And Wundt became known as the very, very first psychologist. One other strength is that the approach makes use of lab experiments. These are conducted in controlled environments and therefore are replicable, again suggesting that this was the first paradigm on our timeline to move psychology towards a more scientific status. Now, when it comes to writing effective paragraphs of evaluation and discussion, it's really important that you're able to structure your work and develop the original point. Rearrange the 5 sentences on the screen, use your pen and paper and your worksheet to jot them down, and form a good, perfect paragraph. So pause the video for 5 minutes while you have a careful read and reassemble the scrambled sentences. Okay, and here is our correct order. Now let's try that again. So pause the video for another 5 minutes while you do the same and rearrange these scrambled sentences to form the perfect paragraph. And here is the correct order for this one. So the structure for both of these paragraphs that you've just read, they follow the Tutor to Berger writing frame, which you can access on the website. They start with a point and they end in some level 4 style discussion.